welcome to or welcome back to my channel, and welcome back for a brand new video. So this is actually the first time that I've ever sat and done a video like this, and I just want to get a little bit more in the habit of tracking my goals, kind of staying accountable, and then also sharing it with you guys as well, of just the way that I do set my goals, the way that I do kind of work through this process, because I have honestly goal set, monthly reset, you name it, for years, and I feel like I've not really shared that part of life on YouTube, because I often tend to keep the business, entrepreneurial side of my life for the Breakthrough Society. But I just thought goal setting is definitely something that everybody does, and it's a way for me to stay accountable but also give you guys some tips, and just for anyone that's just nosy, of what my focuses are for the month, what my goals are, etc. I just thought we could go through and do a little monthly reset, and I think I'm going to do these every month, of just reviewing the month before and then planning for the month ahead and just getting my life in order. So it's currently the 1st of February. This video is going to be going up this evening, so it is a fresh video. And yesterday I just spent the day, as you'll have seen, just self-care, did some skincare, washed my hair, cleaned. I don't know if I filmed any footage of cleaning, but I cleaned out my drawers, I cleaned out the fridge, and I just wanted to set and welcome in a new month just fresh. And I found that doing a reset like that, just feeling nice in myself, really helped this morning. So we started the day, we got up, I went for a walk, I got a few errands done, posted like a Vinted order, did my food shop, went and took myself on a solo date, which is one of my goals anyway for this year, which we'll get into. And now we're here filming this video. So I've just grabbed a cup of tea. I got this mug from B&M. I literally love it. It says sweater weather on it. I just think it's really cute, and it goes with the aesthetic of the house. So let this be your sign to pause this video, go and grab a notebook and pen, sit even for 5 minutes and just review your yearly goals and just review what you have like written down and stuff, and then we'll dive into this video. So first things first for me is always a reflection. So last night I sat and reflected on January, because this year, and I haven't actually done a video about my yearly goals. If you did watch my vision board video, then you'll know, but I have segmented this year into focus areas. It's kind of less focused on the numericals and more about the intentions and the actions that I take this year. And the reason being is just I want to feel less pressure and achieve more. And I want to test this theory out this year of less pressure, more action, more work, more success, more achievements. So I split my 2023 focuses out here into 4 different areas. And I'm not going to go through them all because some of them are really, really personal to me. But there's self-care, finances, business, and personal. And self-care was definitely the biggest focus for me this year. Was more self-care moments, facials and spa days, hydrate myself, more mini breaks to switch off. That is something that I love, is just taking myself to a hotel, switching off, getting a new environment. That's another one, hotel stays and new environments, because it inspires me so much in business, in content creation, skincare and more me time, moving my body more. Then finances, I've got recreating my relationship with money. This is something that I know how to make money, and ask anybody, I can make you money. I know how to make money. I know how to sell. I know how to offer. I know how to successfully launch things in business. But my money management and my money maturity is something I need to work on, because I already have pre-thought about what I'm going to spend the money on that's coming into my bank account before it hits, and that's not a way to live, not sustainably anyway. So it's definitely something I want to do, is repair my relationship with money, because I've never had a good one. I've had a history of debt. If you ever watched any of my old videos, I was in debt before. I was unhappy, wasn't a great, we don't need to dive down that story, but I really worked on getting myself out of that position, and then built a business to be able to quit my corporate job. And then I just found that maybe some of the habits haven't quite tweaked or changed as I've worked on myself. So money maturity is definitely something that I want to focus on, which is about having the money and keeping the money. So not just spending it. Less thinking now, more thinking strategically. And I will never stop spending on the things that I love, but what I can stop doing is just spending to fill that hole of just spending for spending's sake. So I really want to recreate my relationship with money. I want to be able to save money and invest money, because being completely transparent, I had a £30,000 launch last year. And of course I did go on a 9-week trip around America and Mexico and the Caribbean, but I didn't save a penny of that. And I just think that is not good. That was a £30,000 month and I didn't save a penny. So I want to be able to save more, invest more. In my business, I've also got some specific goals. One about creating another income stream. I want another 1,500 minimum per month income stream, just consistently. I also want to create a passive strategy as well for one of my products, which basically will mean it can sell itself rather than me having to live launch. And I've got a financial target attached to that, which is £10,000. Within personal goals, I do have business related goals, but business to me is the breakthrough society, and then anything else is kind of personal. So I do have a goal to get back to my rank that I was at within my travel business. I have got a goal for Instagram and for YouTube as well. And these were the 2023 focuses. So when I reflected on January, and I'd really encourage you guys to just sit and have a moment to reflect. I lit candles, I put some nice music on, and I just sat and really reflected about the month. Because what I don't want anybody to get from this video is that you need to be so strict with your goals that they feel pressurizing, and when you come to sit down and like review them, it almost doesn't make you feel good. But another thing that I'd really recommend doing to stop yourself, if you know that you get into that cycle of maybe beating yourself up, I've actually started a list on my phone called Good Things That Happen in 2023, and I'm just making a mental note to check that. And every time something good happens, whether it's I saved money, I went for a nice coffee, whatever it might be, just good things that have happened in 2023, and just creating that diary for myself. I just do it on the notes page. I'll pop a screen record in here, and I just think it's a really good way to constantly remind yourself that even if some things might not be going your way, others might be, and not to get so fixated on things that might not have gone so well. So with the January reflection, I wrote down 14 things that went really well, and then just 3 that I didn't quite make progress on. So number 1 was more spa days, which was a tick, because I actually had 2 different days at the spa because I went on a mini break for my birthday. Another one was more mini breaks, so I went away with my mum for my birthday. Also had lots of date nights and socializing as well, just with it being my birthday, which was really good for me, and I just loved it. Like, I loved catching up with people, seeing people, celebrating with people. It just felt really, really good. I also hosted my first ever Ultimate Breakthrough Brunch, which was a huge success and a business milestone ticked off. I've really got into daily skincare again, both morning and night, and I don't think that's ever going to slip out of my routine. I've had growth in the travel business, which was great. Also relaunched and rebranded the travel business. I did a Struggling to Slay in 5K freebie launch, which was a free challenge, which then sold my program off the back of it. I've currently got 9 people enrolled in that program as well. I've also upped and increased payments on a credit card that I took out when I went traveling, when I went to America. So that feels good, just knowing that that's manageable, it's managed, it's within my budget for the month, and it's just gonna chip away, which is good to know. I'm actually also at £1,465.90 of my £1,500 extra monthly income goal, which feels very good that I've almost achieved that in 1 month. So again, these goals you will review and you'll reset for the month ahead, because some things you'll hit early, some things might take a little bit longer. I've actually started growing a little bit of a TikTok following as well. I'm only at 1,062, but I love that platform, and it's now incorporated in my February goals because I love it. I really do. I love TikTok. Growing YouTube subscribers as well, which is great. I've prioritized self-care, and I've worked in lots of new environments. So I've found myself in Starbucks, in different Starbucks. I have taken myself to work and get creative this month, which I feel really kind of proud of myself for doing. The only things that I haven't is Instagram has stayed incredibly stagnant for me. It's a really, really stagnant platform from a personal and influencing, like, content creator perspective. It's really, really stagnant, and it is quite demotivating, but I haven't really been putting effort in. So something that I need to focus on. Fitness, I really didn't move that much. I went on a few walks, like on my own with friends, but the old me was walking without even putting pressure on myself. It was just a non-negotiable. I loved walking, and I found myself not moving that much, which it doesn't feel good. And I've definitely noticed that anxiety has crept in this month. Never really struggled with it. I had a few panic attacks when I worked in my corporate job, but never ever, I would never say that I truly struggled with anxiety. January, that changed, and I've been feeling really anxious. I've been worrying about things that I never would worry, feeling like a bit irrational as well, like just creating a solution to something that I don't even have the answer to, and convincing myself that it's potentially like the worst thing ever. And I'm really going to put that down to the fact that I've not even been releasing endorphins. I have just been working, sat at a desk. I've been quite stagnant just in myself this month. So fitness, I definitely didn't move a lot this, well, January, or staying hydrated. That was something else I really struggled with, was just drinking enough water. So that's kind of where I've got to on my January reflection. Now, I did watch Hazel's, if you don't follow Hazel Wood, I literally love her, but I watched her February reset, and she actually tracks her mood, and she tracks like her mood, her movement, her social media, like to track, obviously budget. And one thing that I'm definitely going to take from her video is tracking my mood, because I literally had about 3 breakdowns over the past few days. It was my time of the month, but I'm just noticing, like, I think tracking my mood and what I did that day, lean into the evidence. I say this to my clients all the time. If something is going on, lean into the evidence around you. If you're noticing a change in mood or a change in something else, what else has been changing in your environment? And for me, it's not been moving my body. So I'm really going to look at the correlation between fitness and how I feel, because obviously it's scientifically proven to make you feel better. It releases endorphins, and I don't know anyone that's ever felt worse for moving their body, to be honest. Unless, of course, you got injured. So that was my January reflection, and overall I am super, super pleased with how January started. It was my birthday month, so naturally a lot of celebrations came with it. I hosted my first brunch. There were a lot of milestone moments in January, and I feel like, especially when you are a goal-orientated person, sometimes big milestones can make you just feel like you've conquered everything. So I know January might have been a little bit of an anomaly as well, just with the celebrations, etc. But overall, it was a really, really good month, and I'd really recommend doing a little bit of like a recap on your photos as well. I uploaded a photo dump on the Breakthrough Society's Instagram and also my personal, and it was so nice just looking through at the moments. And again, you can write them if you forget any in your notes for the good things that happened for the year, because I think it's really important to remind yourself of it. The world feels a little bit heavy. There's a lot of talk of cost of living crisis. There's just constant anxiety, I feel, in the air anyway. So sometimes it's nice just to ground yourself and remind yourself of the good stuff that's actually happening. So that was my January reflection. Now, going on to February goals, I wrote down 9 different things that I'm going to focus on for February. And the one thing that I would always recommend doing is, if you're going to write goals for the month ahead and you're going to write focuses, make sure that, one, are you still aligned to your yearly focuses and your yearly goals? If not, does anything need amending, changing, pausing, pushing back? And making sure that if you are still aligned to them, that each month you can just be making some progress on your yearly goals and your yearly focuses. Because I often find when everything ties into like a bigger vision, you put more work into it. But it's also nice to break it down and look at, what can I do this month that's going to help me for that big goal? Because little steps, we all know this compound effect, little steps forward, consistent habits is going to get you to your goal a lot faster than just a big woof of effort and then kind of dropping. Or at least sustainable success. So February goals, we're just gonna have a quick tea break. One thing that I would mention as well with doing like a monthly reset and monthly goal setting is to make sure that you are still aligned to, if you do create vision boards, if you do create goals, just having a real, which is why I find reflection so important, a real, just sit and check that you're still aligned to everything. Because the one thing that I really focused on in my vision board when I created this was making sure that they felt right and that it wasn't just materialistic for the sake of it, and it wasn't just because the photo looked cute. I kind of crossed between a vision board and a mood board this year because, again, we're less goal focused, more intentions, habit focused, if that makes sense. So for February, again, I'm just reading off this, but I do actually track everything on my computer just because I love it, and this is also a really nice video diary to have and just look back on. But February goals are, number 1, put more effort into content creation. And with this, I've also broken this down to plan in some shoot days, because I can't expect to take my content seriously if I'm not then actually putting the plans in place to do it. So one thing that I would really recommend when you set goals for the month ahead is, what high impact tasks can you do to push you forward with that? So for me, I have scheduled in a shoot day on Sunday already, just to kick me back into the swing of it, because I haven't actually shot content for brands since being in America, and I got back on the 1st of December. So it's been 2 months. So really need to get back into that. So number 1 is put more effort into content creation. Number 2 is work with new brands. Something that's really important to me. I feel like I slipped out of content creating for a while. So I really want to look at some new brands to work with. And as I'm getting older and my focuses are changing, my interests are changing a little bit, I definitely want to work with different types of brands as well. Number 3, unlock another income stream. I have a feeling this will either be taking on some work on the side or through affiliate links or YouTube, because currently I would not class YouTube as like an income stream. It's more of just like a fun fund, I guess. Like, it doesn't, I think I get like £60 every 2 months. I think that's how it works. So it's definitely not an income stream yet. It might be working with brands and locking that in, but I know for me, I want to unlock another income stream, which I know I can factor into like my monthly budget, and it will pay me monthly. I want to walk and move more. So kicked off this morning, went on a walk. I would really recommend as well, if you guys don't have anything related to movement or exercise on your like goals and priorities, even just getting yourself out for a 10-minute walk, a 5-minute walk, it really helped me today. It really helped my mood. Number 5 is achieving 70+ overall within my travel business, which is just a personal goal of mine. Number 6 is 15 ultimate breakthrough clients enrolled. So we're currently at 9. So I've got 6 more to enroll into my program before the 6th of Feb. So I've only got like 5 days to do that. So we shall see how we get on. Number 7 is upload twice a week on YouTube. I really want to take YouTube serious this year. I've got so much value to give. I literally coach people day in, day out. It's my job, and there's so much value I know I can give you guys across like fashion, business. So I want to take it more serious. So 2 times a week is what we're committing to in Feb. Number 8 is more friend dates and socializing. I just really want to spend more time with my friends this year. I am very work orientated, very business orientated, very driven, and yes, it's amazing. And this year more than ever, I've committed that I'm going to be a hermit and really focus in on creating a sustainable foundation for me. But it's really important that I prioritize my friendships and relationships. A lot has happened recently where it's just reminded me how short life is, and I listened to a podcast by Davina McCall on the Diary of a CEO, and she said, why do we wait until we're dying to do the things that we've always wanted to do? And it really hit me, and I thought, you know what, that is so true. Like, why do we wait until we're almost not capable to then suddenly do all the things we want to do? So I want to spend more time with my friends. I want to socialize more, get more exciting dates in the diary. Not that that's something I've ever struggled with, but it's just a priority. And number 9 is upload 2 times a day on the Breakthrough Society Instagram, because that is something I really want to focus on growing. So we only have like 9 focuses. Some are quite themed. We've definitely got content as one, and walking and like just getting myself feeling a little bit better. One thing that I'm going to add to this is obviously tracking my moods. I really want to track my mood. And one thing that I have started doing as well is budget tracking. I have been the queen of never tracking my money, which is why I need to repair my relationship with money, because I'm not mature with it. And I've got myself a budget tracker set up. I've got myself an invoice tracker set up so I know when payments are coming in from clients, etc. And I'm really going to focus in on checking that as well. And if you don't know about habit stacking, that's just something that I'm almost habit stacking throughout the year of when I do this, make sure you check that at the same time and build on a habit that already exists so that I can consciously be checking in. So they're my February goals. My January reflection was strong. But one thing that I really think I'm going to do this month is almost create, not bucket lists, but destinations that I really want to go to, things that I want to do, and even like little silly dates that I want to do, like cute little ideas. Just write them down of what I want to do and present them opportunities to people if they want to do them with me or can do them alone, because there is just so much that I want to do and life is too short. So I'd really encourage you guys to create a little bucket list for the year of just things that you want to do, experiences that you want to have, things that you want to do to make yourself feel good. For me, I just want to go and stay in like more hotels, and that sounds ridiculous, but I love it. It literally recharges my batteries. I love it. I love eating out. I love seeing people. I love going away. I love going on holiday, which is something that whilst I am working on financial maturity, we are trying to avoid going on lots and lots of holidays this year. But it's also something that's really important to me. So finding ways to fit that in and still kind of getting my head down and working on everything else is important. But I would really recommend sitting down, reflecting on January. I will leave some journal prompts on the screen or down below for you guys as well, just to pause and reflect on January, and then also set some intentions for February. But really think about, when you do set the goals for the month ahead, what is the high impact tasks that you can action to drive you forward on that goal. So rather than just writing this down, cracking on with your day, forgetting all about it, think about what high impact tasks can I be doing to push me forward on that and be taking action towards it. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's definitely been an amazing month in January for me, but I know for a lot of people January just feels like such a high pressure month, and I know a lot of people get to Feb and then want to kind of start again. So let this be your sign to do a monthly reset, clean, get your space feeling nice, really think about the things that you want to do and that you want to focus on for the month ahead. And one thing that I do want to say as well, which might be beneficial, is create like a brain dump time throughout the month. So quite often I will sit and brain dump any niggles. So anything that I know in the house is broken, it needs sorting, it needs replacing, anything that just keeps catching my attention, I write down everything. Birthdays that are coming up, and just brain dump everything that's going on in here, get it out on paper, and then work out what I want to focus on for the month, because we can quite often get very overwhelmed and then not really take any action. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you haven't already, because I'm definitely going to be bringing a lot more videos like this up, such as habits, habit tracking, goal setting. I also read a lot, listen to a lot of podcasts, do a lot of personal development. So if you want any resources or videos relating to that, let me know. If there's any specific topics that you want me to cover, let me know as well. But thank you so much for watching. And yeah, also one thing that I did notice, that when I watched Hazel's, this is completely, to be honest, inspired by her video. She does like a monthly roundup as well of products, which I thought was quite a good idea, because I often find myself gravitating to things and like finding new things. I try a lot of new products with my job and the nature of content creation. I also spend, as we know. So if you do want anything like that, just let me know, because I'm always trying new products. I'm always finding new gorgeous items as well. But I think I'm going to bring you some Amazon content as well, because there are so many things that I want on Amazon that I'm just convinced is going to better my life. And I think I'm going to take you through the Amazon wish list and maybe bring you guys some content on that. But if not, I'll leave all my socials down below. So if you do want to connect with me on any other platform, then you can. But thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy this content, let me know if there's other things you want to see, and I will see you in the next video.